Executive. Hello, thank you very much for joining us. This is The Conrado Show on Truthtv, where the truth liberates. On this show, we interact with people who have identified their purpose in life and they live it out so passionately with the power that God has given them. So, purpose, passion, and power. And so we are very keen on exposing a lot of potentials in everybody to be able to live out their purpose and be able to really fulfill why God created you and brought you to this earth. Because if you do not understand why you're on this earth, then it's difficult to really live a good life. And the day that you discover, I said what? Somebody said that there are two important days in your life. The first one is the day you were born, and then the second one is the day that you discover why you were born. And so it's very important for you to be on this journey of self-discovery and trying to fulfill your purpose on earth. That is very key. This show is brought to you in association with the Conrado Group. We are interested in helping you in order for you to get certain things in your life, such as if you want to travel abroad, there is this exam, IELTS, International English Language Testing System. If you're a nurse, for example, and you're going to the UK, you need to take that exam. And then also, if you're going abroad to study in any English-speaking country, they would love to know whether your English is up to their standard. And so that exam is a proficiency exam that you need to pass. We are experts at teaching that particular exam. You can get in touch with us. And then we also do, when it comes to career guidance, we can help you put your CV in shape, your resume and all of that. If you're about to study abroad as well, we can help you with the admission process and also help with scholarship applications. You can reach us 020-6730-382. This show is sponsored by Go Compliance Solutions. Go Compliance Solutions has services in compliance inspections and ISO system audits. If you want to meet the global standards for safety, you have to go through certain audits for you to comply. Then also implementation of safety, environment, and quality systems for businesses, and then also project risk assessments and other things like digitization of your administrative processes. You can reach them on 0249 261 175, 0249 261 175. You locate them at Afienya Mataiku Highway, adjacent to the Hot Oven Factory. And Heritage Christian University College is also a partner on this particular show. Heritage brings you education that trains leaders to be very compassionate and entrepreneurial. And we are doing programs such as PA Psychology, we are doing midwifery, nursing, accounting with computing, entrepreneurship and technology innovation, logistics and supply chain management. We do information security, community development and theology, and many others. We also do master's programs, MSc in accounting and taxation, accounting and finance, and human resource management. We have more programs coming up. Reach Heritage Christian University. Just go on our website at www.hcuc.edu.gh. We have admissions for January ongoing, and so just go online and apply and be part of this. Let's take a quick break. We'll be back to continue.
Are you an organization seeking to be known globally for quality service delivery? Do you hope to stay competitive in your industry? Embrace ISO 45001, ISO 9001, and ISO 14001 management systems with Go Compliance Solutions. At Go Compliance Solutions, we offer comprehensive HSE training and awareness, health screening campaigns for organizations, and compliance inspections with ISO system audits. Our experts help implement robust safety environment and quality systems tailored for your business needs. Achieve ISO 45001, ISO 14001, and ISO 9001 certifications with ease. Experience the digitization of administrative processes and thorough project risk assessment. Partner with Go Compliance Solutions and achieve operational excellence. Contact us today on 0249 261 175 or 0558 184 414. You can also call us on 0246 544-531. We are located at Afienya Mataiko Highway, adjacent Hot Oven Factory. Visit our website at gocomplianceghana.com. Go Compliance Solutions, guiding you to success.
Welcome to the Department of Nursing at Heritage Christian University College. Here, our learning environment is designed to be interactive, supportive, and comprehensive. Students benefit from a blend of theoretical knowledge and practical skills, ensuring they are well prepared for their future career in healthcare. In our state-of-the-art skills lab, students gain practical experience in a controlled and supervised environment. Our program is unique because it combines rigorous academic coursework with extensive hands-on training. Our faculty members are not only educated, but are experienced professionals in their field, providing mentorship and skill-world insight. We uphold the values of conviction, character, and compassion. Our curriculum is designed to foster critical thinking, ethical decision-making, and commitment to a lifelong learning. Join us at the Department of Nursing at Heritage Christian University College, where your dream of becoming a compassionate and skilled health professional begins.
Thank you very much for staying with us. This is the Conrado Show on Truthtv. Today, we are very privileged to have our father here again, the father of counseling around us. Yeah, and he's been on this show before, but today we are going to delve deeper into the need for counseling, and then also the difference, between counseling and some other, terminologies, and then also the various components of counseling. It's a lot. I was just, going through the popular encyclopedia of Christian counseling, and I was like, oh my goodness, so many fields of counseling we didn't know about, there's something called forensic counseling. I didn't know anything about that, and a lot of things, so many things, and various kinds of disorders. And it says what? Shame is a disorder. I didn't know that. Jealousy and all of that, lust, perfectionism, all these, and a lot of addictions and a lot of issues and problems and difficulties that we all encounter. But sometimes we do not really know that there are things that psychologically we need counseling about. Many a time we just say that, well, it's just a spiritual problem, and so let's just pray about it, and that's all. But sometimes we need to also bring in professionals to be able to get through with us and show us what exactly it is that may be wrong with us, and what kind of therapy we may need, or what kind of counseling or strategies that they have. And so today, that's what we want to talk about and get into the field of counseling. Basically, he's a certified counselor, and he is the executive director of Bridge Foundation. Thank you so much, Mr. George.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Yes, he's my father. When it comes to counseling and advice and all of that, he's an expert in it, and he's an awesome practitioner. And today we would love to engage him a bit further, on this. So thank you, Daddy, for joining us. So what's counseling basically?
Counseling is a health issue, and what I mean by health issue is another category of health.
Okay, I see.
And so we are licensed by Ghana Psychology Council under the Ministry of Health.
Oh,
So,
I see. I see.
Just like
you're not just marriage counselors.
No.
You are not just marriage counselors. That's all.
No. Even the Bible says, love God with all your heart, your mind, and this. So human beings have three components.
Exactly.
We are physical beings, spiritual beings, and emotional
I see.
And or mental beings as well.
I see.
And so, yes, the pastors will take care of spiritual challenges, and doctors physical, and then we also take care of emotional well-being. Wow. So if you talk about counseling, yes, we all need counseling because it is a health issue.
I see. I didn't know that it was a health issue. Interesting. And so who is a counselor basically? If you say a counselor, because all of us, when people are about to get married, and all of that, and so we just say, okay, see a counselor, but we don't know what are the various distinctions, of counseling or counselors and all of that. So what are the various components that you normally get involved in?
Okay, first of all, let me correct the kind of impression out there that once you hear of a counselor, then we're talking about marriage and relationship.
Exactly.
No.
That's all we would know.
So it is not all about marriage and relationship. That is just
an aspect
of it. And even it is I won't say it is not important, but it is one of the least areas.
I see.
Yes, because there are a whole lot of factors that can cause marital challenges.
I see.
And so they may not even be marriage per se, but there are other causes. And so this is what counselors do. This is how we do. What we do in counseling is we help individuals and organizations to live well emotionally. Because emotionally we are all sick. And psychologists or the psychiatric will tell you that we are all mentally we have mental disorders.
It's just there are levels.
Yes, and I can show you right now for you to know that you are sick just as I am also sick. And okay, let me ask you a question. I'm not supposed to do that.
Okay.
Let me ask you because we are learning. Do you have any item at home that you've stopped using for maybe about a year or two? You've not been able to discard it, give it out, share it with somebody, and you are still keeping it. Maybe a shirt, a sock, maybe a gadget. It can even be a cover of your phone. You change it, and you are still keeping it, and it's been there for 2 years.
Exactly.
When the other worn out, you bought a new cover, and the old one is still there.
Yes.
It means you have a certain level of disorder. You know why? Because those mad people, mentally challenged people we see on the street, the things they carry,
they can't describe.
Exactly. They carry because they think they will need it in future. And so if you are doing the same thing, then you have a level
of
challenge.
Can you translate this in tree? Like what's counseling and who's a counselor and what
you can't counselor. Sometimes what kind of futufu are not akoye bibi, but of futufu are never can with cheap. You'll be a yatete no. Na juma oyenese obwa afofra wowo ohaw. They say nipa wenye niema ma oye nipa na niema biesa. Wo honam ena wadwene yebeka se watenka ene efe sunsum ukura enti doctors ye nyina yesore akọ hospital bon wo hwe ye honam dua no so ena pastors ne yinso ehwe ye honhom eso yen ye counselors and as a psychologist for no yen ye hwe onipa na dwene ene na atenka eso na so wunni mo yi a na wanchichim pepa wo ha bi odba o ma obi ontimi enya no yi emma yen fa ne say osofo a already x-ray report onye doctor ye nyina ye besoro but what about osofo nso ya Or you be adwene ho adwuma. And na atenka ho adwuma. Enye na adwuma. And then the yehu. And so this is it. If you see a medical doctor reading an X-ray report, then you say, what is this man doing? But we've been doing the same thing about counseling. Pastors who have not been trained as counselors, doing counseling.
I see.
Though we have pastoral counseling, that is totally different. That takes care of our spiritual well-being.
Exactly.
But the professional counselor or the psychologist takes care of our mental and emotional well-being.
Okay.
So that is the difference.
Wow. But how come that we do not seem to place emphasis on the need for counseling? And we think that once you are a pastor, you can be a counselor, or even if you have any psychological issues, emotional issues, let's just we can all deal with it. And not see a psychologist.
The problem is maybe coming from our background, traditional setup, cultural setup, the way we see counseling, everybody can advise you, and so when it is formalized, then we begin to have issues about it. But outside, what I mean by outside is out there they know the value of counseling.
Wow.
Should a typical Ghanaian come to you and say, I'm suffering from, so I need help, and you don't give him money, he say, he didn't give me what I need. Forgetting that, counseling him and giving him direction and guiding him in life can help him develop himself. And so, well, in some time past, it will be okay for everybody to advise you. But we are living in a complex system or world now. And not only are we living in a complex world, the human being is also complex. And our complex world has contributed for us to be more complex. So it is time that we take things scientifically. We consider counseling scientifically. And then delve into it, train in it, and know exactly what it means to counsel others.
Wow.
So, yes, previously when I had malaria, my mom would just go in for some leaves and boil it and I'll be okay. I'm sorry to say, you cannot do that now. You cannot do that now. And so we need to accept the changes and the challenges we encounter so that we have to embrace talk. In fact, counseling is talk therapy. Counseling psychology is talk therapy. Because we don't prescribe drugs. No.
Yeah, that's beyond you.
Yeah, exactly. If you need a medical officer, I will need to refer you.
Exactly.
But ours is talk therapy. So if previously your mother could counsel you for premarital, if today your mom is not even at home most of the time, your dad is not at home most of the time. And so you need a professional counselor to take you through certain things.
I see. Wow. Can you translate that in Tree?
Yeah. Nana metre and say, ye counseling says, Yabu ye gusu. Na ye kasana yen, bakone say, a casa de ubia bitimi, akasa, ubia bitimi, etufo. Say, Niema assasa. Okwa amanoni a wom tiase. What tiase say edumri bi ese ohia obi no kasa. No hwehwe mu no hu wo ha no boa wo na wo bra no timi hyehyɛ ne yi. But baby a ye feedback nti no amana ye den say ebeji atum. Say ye bema obi asua onipa ho ade na wa hyehyɛ waboan ahyehyɛ yembra ade nti a e say ebiri bi no papa na etufo o mama na etufo obi atimi etufo wo musa yento enu enkyene but I say mprempren wiase na yewu mu no niema abu nkama fa yenso onipa nkasa nso ye ho ayehu esane niema yehu niema yete niema ye famuntin entefe ye be hi obi a one de obeye hwehwem na watimi ayi niema adi aba no waboa ye ne asetran no aye kama emre bi atwa mu unya a 3D a ma me fa vitri no tetew aban a onua na onuma ho beto be se o pa a 3D no mpo kan no kwini a ye num no po no se asesa wonum kwini anya adwuma and so emra niema asesa no se yenso ye sakra na ye konyanim and enunti ina ehun abehia. It is not just an advice. As for advice, anybody can give you advice. And let me explain this thing to you. Look, if I tell you I'm having headache, you can probably advise, oh, take some para. That is an advice. But even you see, the advert on paracetamol will tell you that if you take it a day or two, without you need to see a medical doctor. So everybody can advise you. But if your problem persists, then you need to see a professional who can delve into your issues. Mind you, we do diagnosis just as the doctors do. We analyze. And then we determine the level of the problem. If you are a trained counselor, you do diagnosis. You need to diagnose someone's problem. And then analyze the problem, determine the level or what we say, the degree of the effect to help you determine the kind of therapy, because we have a lot of therapies. Help you determine the kind of therapy the person needs. Counseling is also not just for healing, it is also to guide people to live their lives. Just like the medical persons will also do. You don't need to visit doctor only when you are sick.
You go for
exactly reviews, checkouts, advice here and there, directions. So sometimes even when you don't have any particular challenge, you talk to a counselor, and then you realize that you may be having some problems. Yes,
okay. I see.
And so not only to heal, but sometimes also to guide, to prevent. Prevent.
There are a lot of stuff in the encyclopedia that you brought along, and I'd like to just ask a few questions. So here, let me start with some of these. Counseling clinical disorders. So there are a lot of disorders I can see here. Sleep disorder, major depression, mood disorders, anxiety disorder, gender identity disorder, and then dementia, delusional disorder, eating disorders. People have eating disorders. I didn't know. With anything they give us, schizophrenia and all of bipolar. Okay, this one we've been hearing it. So tell us a bit about these things.
Yeah, we have a lot of disorders. And some of them you need a psychologist to handle you.
Exactly.
Counselors are basic. I'm not a psychologist. That one I need to put on record.
So you start with the diagnosis.
Yes. So counselors are trained for the basic
first point
but we can also have a psychologist who is a counselor.
He can do both.
He can do, but I am not a psychologist.
You are a counselor.
So there have been instances where I have done referrals to psychologists, and even people higher above me, and so that is it. So disorders, we have a whole lot of disorders. Even someone's may be suffering from a disorder, and we can tell from the way he or she dresses.
I see.
We can tell. We can just look at you and you know exactly what is happening. But we also have tests, because it is dangerous to just determine
by appearance.
So when there's a suspicion, we take tests. We have various kind of tests that we run for our clients. So For instance, if the doctor feels you have malaria, he will ask you to go to the lab. So we also do to determine whether my suspicion is accurate or not.
But this one is not. It's not medical tests. You
no. It's not. You are not going to draw blood. We may give you some set of questions or statements for you to respond to them. So your responses will tell us exactly what is happening to you.
Interesting. And then there are sexuality and sexual therapy. Sex after 50.
Yeah.
We don't haven't reached there. I don't know what they are going to be talking about there. And then sexual abuse, sexual desire disorders, sex pain disorders, pedophilia, homosexuality, homosexual seeking change, sexual identity therapy, HIV/AIDS counseling, and all manner of things. Sex is a big issue, huh?
It is.
With all
yes, I have a lot of clients.
Right.
They are suffering from sexual dysfunction. When you talk about sex, we only look at erectile dysfunction.
I see.
But that's just one aspect.
Different
we have erectile dysfunction, we have sexual dysfunction, we have a lot of disorders for both male and female. So that's what I told you. After listening to you, if I need to take a test to determine exactly what you are suffering from, then I know the kind of therapy you will need. Yes.
And if you should refer,
if I need to refer you to if it is medical issue, I will need to refer you to the medics.
I see. So many of these things that we are talking about, all these LGBTQ plus, and we keep adding. Many of them would fall under some disorders, you think?
Yes. We have something we call manual. Counseling manual, psychology manual, DMS. And previously, sometimes past, homosexuality was classified as a disorder.
But
you know, the war out there, they fought for it.
I see.
And that it has been removed from the manual.
I see.
From the psychologist and clinical manual, that it is no more a disorder. But I'll confirm. As a counselor, a Christian counselor for that matter, it's a disorder. And when we say it is a disorder, it doesn't mean that anyone who involves himself in that has a disorder.
I see.
No. Some, yes, they have disorders. Others, because of abuse. People abuse them.
I see.
And some also stem from the fact that they started a habit. And when a habit is established, that the person needs to live on that. Without that, the person depends on that to live. Then it becomes addiction. The causes may differ. Some may come from disorder, some may come from abuse, and other factors.
And I've seen addiction. You just mentioned addiction, and then we got, we have gambling.
It is.
Sports betting.
It is an addiction. It is. A lot of addiction.
Really? So young people who are betting,
they are addicted because a habit that they started from a point.
I see. Pornography and sex addiction, substance abuse, and everything.
You see, when we hear about addiction, we only think about alcohol and smoking.
I see. So there are several other addictions. I see. Interesting. And even you have trauma, how to deal with crisis, grief.
Recently.
Ah, dear. Number one.
You are number one, eh? This one also has been discovered.
Yes. Yes.
It has been discovered as an addiction. So, if you are number one, you need help. You need help.
I'll come for counseling. Yeah, phone addiction.
Yes, phone addiction. They cannot do. I mean, there are some people. You cannot take their phone away from them for even 5 minutes.
It's like your whole world has come upside down. So it means we are
It means you are depending on the phone to live, and that is an addiction.
But some of us, our work is on the phone.
Yes, so there should be a time when you need to drop the phone.
You drop the
And
phone.
exactly.
Because
Because
it's a normal life.
yes,
at
it
the
may
point.
affect other
Other
areas of your
aspects
life.
It's true. That is very true.
You are not only
Yeah.
a worker,
Yeah. Yeah.
you may also be a father, a husband, and a relative to someone.
Oh. Yeah, I understand. That's a good point.
Exactly.
And we've not really talked about it much.
Yeah.
But most of us are hooked onto the phone, and so it becomes and to the degrees that are unimaginable. And so that's a good point, and I think we will do a whole series. on
Exactly.
that. You should come again.
So
A
when your
whole
partner expects you to
Exactly.
drop the phone and come to you,
then it becomes like
and then it becomes like fire, and you don't understand. But I'm working. No. To everything there's time.
Some time ago, I actually told my assistant that I won't send my phone to the house
Again, yeah,
I'll keep it with
yeah.
me.
You better,
You better
do.
seriously, because it was affecting
Not only
me that
phone,
much.
even laptops.
Laptops as well.
In fact, some can be addicted to their profession and work.
Exactly. So that's a very good point that we need to talk about, because many of us are addicted to it, and so you need to prescribe some therapies for us. and then I could see the counselor skills and all of that. Some core skills, compassion and empathy, genuineness, respect.
You need skills. You need to be trained.
I see.
Don't just think that. You
Yeah.
see, the problems we've been having these days.
Right.
People are messing up other people's life for us. By the time they come to us, excuse me to say, it's like it's like someone on unprescribed herbal drugs and being cautious.
Exactly.
Yes, because the herbalists will
Would
know
also-
exactly.
Yeah.
And then you take these herbs without measure, prescription, and you damage your system,
And
maybe
then
your lungs.
to the medical doctor.
And then they will rush this person to the medical doctor. What can he do? So a lot of people call themselves counselors, but they don't have the skills. They don't have the tools
And they sometimes they spoil the case.
to administer
counseling
professionally and effectively.
Wow.
So all that they will be doing is messing up other people's lives.
lives.
So you go to the church, they say counselors, but they are not skilled.
I see.
Now, let me ask you, if you create a sick bay in this school,
Yes.
which kind of personnel are you going to put to man the sick bay?
It should be professional nurses.
So like doctors or
doctors,
nurses.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why is it that when it comes to counseling, we think any married person can be a counselor? The fact that I've been able to put up a building does not make me a mason. So if I own a building, I'm not an electrician. I'm not a mason. I don't need to be a mason to be able to own a house. So the fact that you are married and you've been married for long does not qualify you to be a counselor. All that you be doing, yes, you can share, you can advise, but you cannot counsel. You can't. You don't try it. Don't attempt.
I see. I think that has not really sunk in yet, to various, folks, and because
they better call themselves married committee or advisors.
I see.
But calling themselves counselors is it's even against the law.
I see, because you said that you have to be licensed to buy the Ghana Psychological Council.
Council by Ghana Psychological Council. You need to renew your license every year with CPDs. CPDs, continuous professional. Yes, a certain
development.
Development. So a certain points.
Wow. Because I can see that, after the core skills, you need some intermediate skills, non-verbal skills, attending skills, modeling, reflecting, visualization, and then advanced skills, immediacy, self-disclosure, transference, and blah, blah, blah. And then a whole lot of things.
So you need to score certain points for each level. As a lay counselor, I may need not less than 10 points
Wow.
CPDs for my license to be renewed.
Whoa.
And the higher you go, the higher it becomes. So if you don't train for the whole year, you cannot renew your license.
I see. Where do people get training for this kind of?
We have schools.
Okay.
We have schools. You go training. There are schools. There are also psychologists and counselors who offer training for.
Then you take an exam or what?
As for the school, you get a certificate from the school.
Okay.
And then it's like law. You need to be on a tutelage and other things. All those things go on. Study under a professional for you to attain certain
degree of competence.
Exactly, competence before the Ghana Psychology Council will license you and induct you. You'll be inducted into the profession.
Awesome. So it's not just a matter of you've been to school, you've studied psychology, for example, and then or maybe guidance and counseling, then you become a licensed.
No.
You now need to get some of these things done, and then you now apply and then you are certified as a counselor. I see. That's very interesting. And let me just you've been doing this for how long as a certified counselor?
For the past 12 years.
12 years.
Yes, I trained 12 years ago.
Okay.
But got my license about 5 years ago. Yes, 5.
Where did you get your training?
College of Counseling and Psychology at Hartford.
Okay.
Yeah. And I'm also a member of the Ghana Academy of Christian Counselors.
I see.
Yes.
I see. Interesting. And
they offer the academy also from time to time give us training. As well as the college give us training from time to time so that you can attain your level, the points you need for renewal.
Right. Can you translate this in three, basically? We've said a lot of things. We'll just summarize them.
All right. You counseling. I say it too. Na ye chire so odwumaye ni a onim na adwuma na e ma wo enwumade a de be ye adwuma enso. Say onya license. Ghana Psychology Council and ebe ma wo sa abodin krata no. Uko school ni wie kura obefa na ma bi mu ansa. Na yen ha bakon ebium ene se yesusu so bia otufu bia no e counselor. Enti anase nipa na ware nko dia obetimi aye counselor. Enti ukwa sorry no ma yes ye friend nipa ni be counselors. Nso oni ntiti bia and nye ne kwan eno no enye ne kwan se ne kwan no se unya ntiti na ye ma abodin krata no ansa na watimi abeye counselor.
So this counseling that you are also mentioning, many of them it's the marriage aspect.
The marriage aspect, yes.
But as you said, it should be beyond that.
Beyond that.
Okay.
Impo ya jene ye kura for counselors no kura no e ni ma bibri. And say me too because me a counselor. Nia bo bi adwuma marriage counselor. But me nia just married counselor. Me a counselor general. Me wo suicidal ideation clients.
Hey, and you see a thing.
Obi opesa sha conf. Ayo ho opesa akonfo share sisi ni so. Me wo nipa me ye wo ho adwuma wo sat bia ni. Me wo masturbation clients. Obi asabi otwetwe ni dua.
I see.
Me wo awarefo wo ho. Won abebe ware wo. Ebinum ba for their personal me nya client bi wo UK. Onim ni obeye.
Okay.
Opesa
career.
Okay. Onim ni obey where you school all right. Or yeah, adwuma ye tia ne ka. Now so person bibi onim ni obey.
Professional development
exactly.
And all of those things. Yeah.
And so we see why you abeka so who school where we no we knew be obeka. Enti me ye ne test. Na me hu nipa kon ye. Na me hu say ohia obi. Obe mentor. Enti then opesa ye. Enti me ne trans me chat say me be mano me man e kakra bi how no here. And then na person ye miss on tro. Usika ya he miss on tro. O sha na he na be here sika no me yi on tro adwuma ye odi ahe. Enti me bua no sa tro akodi be no say yay be hu. Okofo oni mi afoforo bai. E South Africa. Ebrem. Wow. Enti say ye tetu yi ya. Ye de ade me ba wo hu nipa no. Wo hwehwem ne make diagnosis. Now who analyze it, who should be the admission. If it me boa ma who nipa kwa nipa na ye ne moa Ese ode eman.
Okay.
Na ye fro bia se wa warranty or ye counselor entwa. If say who sit down who fie. What sit down who fie. Obi abeka say dan no me dan mercy. But enyaw na ye mercy. Enyaw na ye electrical no. Enyaw na ye plumbing works. It is your professionals are ye boa. No ye adwuma no. Sa na counseling so eti. Into we training. Afi bia no ye be renew wo licenses. Ghana Psychology Council be renew wo licenses. Now answer no be renew wo licenses. Wo be hwe wadwuma wa ye. Na wa hwe training dodo wa ye. No when ya certain points be answer na ye renew am. Inti enafem no bi atena fie. Na wa warranty no wa ye counselor. Sa na wo gene adwuma no maye. Me meka wo gene adwuma na I say ordinance obi a onni madu onni mayaresa no ordinance ka oyarefo na yare no aye mu aye din na fe ordinance kwa yaresa inti bebre no yen class bebre e ba no wo be ba no na obi akaka ne me bi ahye na suma na fe odo be ba na wadu akiri a what is sign number na yedi counseling so ne ye say Conrad. You see, our brain, apart from disorders, even the normal brain, is full of good things and bad things. And they are stored there. So we are filled with viruses through our experiences and things we've learned in this world. And so our minds are full of viruses. What counseling does is we apply. Let's go to computers now. Antivirus. So that it will clean the system. So we do that. And you know that in some cases, cleaning becomes difficult. You need to format it. So, yes. If they are not,
I have to come to you for formatting of my brain.
So, some brains are so damaged that they need to be formatted for us to reinstall the truth, new data, new apps for them. I tell you, if I tell you this is scientific, now
I now understand.
It's scientific.
I now understand.
And ye niema bone no affinity. Na ya kire no niema pa no. Ya man alternative say papa. For instance, remember just one example. Obi so di fridge mu aduan. Eni no se na eti bia no na yire se na yire ba. No be sinsen na bibia ye fresh fish bibia ye fresh. No di aduan no nua no fresh. Na yire no so ye adwuma wo bank on point. Wow. Obi dey asem we brewa. The ordinary counselor only training. And the mobia ninja aduan na mo permit ana mo say all these things. It's like installing more apps on virus infested. So what is the virus? The virus is what he is saying is not the truth. If he says he will not eat from the refrigerator, it is not the truth. And you need to test and confront that. How do you confront that? Have you been taking ice cream? You say yes.
Yes. Is it not from the refrigerator?
Do you put your eggs in the refrigerator? He says yes. What about the fish?
Oh. It's straight from the sea and then they brought it that same.
Exactly. The fish was not catch right away from the water and then be prepared. You put it in the refrigerator. What about the tomatoes? What about the water you drink? So what is this thing that I don't eat from a refrigerator?
You have defeated.
Exactly. So you confront the thought.
I see.
Before you can take it out and replace it with a rational thing.
I see.
This is what counselors do. And this we call cognitive.
Whoa.
Therapy.
Awesome. I love that. So we'll do some more, we'll bring you for more topics on this. And so if somebody wants to reach you, what number should they call?
0244 260
Yeah.
172.
Yeah, please mention it again.
0244 260 172.
So that was Mr. George Kwejo Asa. He's a certified counselor and the executive director of Transbridge Foundation. And he is going to have time for you and direct you as to what exactly to do when it comes to different aspects of your life. And personally, I'm going for my reformatting and reinstallation of new apps in my brain, to help me in all that I do.
I have a
So,
request.
yes, you have a request.
A request is
Yes.
if you have any issue,
Yeah.
see a professional
Professional
counselor or a psychologist.
Psychologist, yeah, that's a good one. He just wants to make that point before he goes, yeah, because he's seen it all. How sometimes people take different routes and then it ends up complicating their problems rather than helping alleviate them. So thank you very much for your time.
My pleasure, and thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure too. So this has been the Conrado Show. Thank you very much for your time. Keep being on this channel. Bye for now.